I have a really good friend who's Ethiopian, and she was telling me about her experience and how she's perceived when it comes to her looks. And she didn't understand the concept of exoticism because people were always telling her, like, oh, you look so exotic, you're so pretty, asking her if she was from this place and that place. And she was like, I never understood the fascination with my looks. And she's not insecure, she knows that she's beautiful. But she said to me, like, does anyone ever call you that? Have you ever been called exotic? Because to me, you look exotic. And I was like, no. And when most people describe a black person as exotic, they usually are lighter skinned, they have a looser hair texture, and if they're dark skinned, they usually have features that most people don't associate with being black, as in a straight nose, a small nose, almond shaped eyes, looser hair textures, whatever, you name it. The definition of exotic is different, strange, or unusual. I think fetishizing exoticism really hurts us and black women especially ultimately because it just creates a bigger space to further marginalize and ignore the beauty of the quote unquote average black woman. The phrase exotic is subjective in general, but people have their own preconceived notion of what it looks like. There are so many African American black women that I think are just the most beautiful, beautiful beings I've ever seen. Jill Scott being a great example. And obviously what I'm describing falls into a bigger bucket called featureism that I think is not talked about enough. But it's disorienting, and sometimes I feel alone in my experience because I hear and see people say that, oh my gosh, dark-skinned women are so fine. But then it's always, not you though. And that's because I don't fit into the exotic mold that a lot of people have for dark-skinned women. I think a lot of people have a lot of work to do to decolonize their idea of what beauty is. I think the average black woman is just so gorgeous and beautiful. And yeah, I think we have a long way to go when it comes to representation in media for black women who just look black. That's it. That's how Sue sees it.